Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Sorry. I was just saying happy Friday, everybody. And Eid Mubarak to all the Muslims. I hope y'all had a good Eid celebration. And usually I would not be working, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Um, Thank you, Barry Little, for kicking off the contributions. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday, Clarence. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Am I still gonna do a call-in show? I'm still thinking about that one, Irene. I'm still thinking about that one. I'm still thinking about how I want to structure that and how I want to ease into that. Do I want to do it once a week? Do I want to do it a couple of times a month? Do I just want to do it on the weekend? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I want to do that, because I like my live stream show. I actually prefer carrying my show on my own. I guess maybe because I'm accustomed to it, I can control how long I'm on here, and I'm also able to control what's said here. But I would not be opposed to having conversations with women when they call in, just to talk about the relationships, to talk about why they go through what they go through. I think it could be edifying from a different perspective, different than what Brother Kevin Samuels did, because he came from a man's point of view, and I would be coming from a woman's point of view. So I would not mind having a talk with the women. I would have to be really strict as well about what's being said, because it wouldn't be a show of me arguing with women when they call in, or just like a combative show necessarily, like a smoke show. I don't want like people who disagree to call and then we have smoking, what I'm saying, in arguments. I don't think that that's value being added. I want to do it in a way that adds value. I want to do it in a way that the caller and the people watching can come away with something, that they can think about something that is useful to them. Even if the ladies that call me disagree, they would still be able to get something from it. You know what I mean? That's the energy that I would love to have. Norin, thank you so much. I said, wonder if you mailed off my 2 books again. Yes, I did that quite some time ago. I believe you should have gotten them. If so, I won't be home until the 14th of September. The books will likely be returned again. Send me the overnight fee so I can cash app it to you. My daughter's 14th birthday is on the 14th of September. If they're back on their way, we'll handle it. I'll handle it. But thank you so much, because I have not seen you in such a long time. I hope you're doing well.
Thank you for supporting me on my show. Okay. I just want to thank you for helping me on my show. All right.
Thank you so much. I still got your song on deck. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for your super sticker. Very, very appreciated. Thank you, Ty Boxing. Said if he was white, real women's would support. Yeah, thank you so much, Ty. And thank you, Philip. 99K. Almost. We almost there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, because we got to get into this. And you know what? I'm not against the hyena calling me. Because it's even levels to the hyena. There are the hyenas that don't know they hyenas. I just don't want the belligerence and the arguing. I'm not doing that. But I fully expect women to call in with a feminist and gynocratic leaning. Excuse me, because that is the mindset, generally speaking, of a lot of black women. It just is what it is. So they're going to have those gynocentric thoughts and that perspective and approach. That's fine. That's actually what I want. I want to discuss those things and get them to think about why they think the way that they do and why they perceive things the way that they do and where that comes from. I definitely would like that. It's just the pointless argument, and I'm not gonna do. Thank you, Repented Judah. So thank you, Kendra, for your love for our people. Thank you so much, and I do love y'all. So we're gonna jump into this topic. I wanted to talk about Jonathan Majors. Now, I think some people would not like it or not care about what's going on with Jonathan Majors because he was dating and dealing with an albino hyena. I don't care about that because see, hyenas are hyenas. And really today's show is sort of something that I want to give as a gift to my brothers. Okay? Just to shed some light on some things that I want my brothers to keep at the forefront of their minds as they navigate this gynocentric world. So I'm going to read a couple of articles. They're not very long. And I'm gonna read these to illustrate a point. Now, all right. Now, if this says, let me make it big so you guys can see it a little bit better. Creed's 3-star Jonathan Majors lawyer releases security footage to refute domestic violence allegations. So now this is not the actual footage. There's no actual footage to see. I didn't see anything. When I searched for it, I didn't see it. Anyways, Jonathan Majors' lawyer claims video evidence shows the actor's complete innocence in a letter submitted to the court and obtained by Fox News Digital. A woman has accused Majors of attacking her on March 25th and leaving her with a broken finger along with other minor injuries. However, Majors claimed that the woman actually attacked him. The letter to the court submitted by Majors' lawyer Priya Chowdhury claimed that following the alleged attack, the woman went clubbing, got drunk, sent Mr. Majors angry text messages accusing him of infidelity, sent a self-deletion note to Mr. Majors, took a bunch of sleeping pills, and then 11 hours later was found alone in a locked bedroom, unconscious on the floor of a closet with a cut behind her ear and a broken finger. Now, this is just some stills. This circled area is supposedly her on the security footage of like a little bar or what have you. So like I said, it's just stills. There's no footage. Anyways, Chaudhary also submitted screenshots from security footage that she claimed showed the woman using the allegedly broken finger while out at the bar. The lawyer says she is hopeful the district attorney's office will dismiss the false charges after reviewing the security footage and other evidence submitted. The actor was arrested and charged by the Manhattan district attorney with multiple counts of assault and harassment after the domestic dispute last month. Majors' first court appearance is scheduled for May 8th. Jonathan Majors is innocent and has not abused anyone, Majors' lawyer previously told Fox News Digital in a statement. We have provided irrefutable evidence to the district attorney that the charges are false. We are confident that he will be fully exonerated. This is supposedly also at a different little bar. I guess it's the same hotel, Moxie Hotel, whatever. Okay, this is supposedly her again. Meanwhile, sources told Variety Wednesday that Multiple alleged abuse victims of Majors have come forward since his arrest and are cooperating with the DA's office. The DA declined Fox News Digital's request for a comment. This story is baseless and without any foundation, Chaudhry told the LA Times. Jonathan Majors is innocent and has not abused anyone. Mr. Majors is currently considering his legal options. Majors made his screen debut in the 2017 ABC miniseries When We Rise and became a member of the Marvel Universe 6 years later, portraying Kang the Conqueror. I have not seen that. Is that even out? Anyway, he recently starred in Creed 3. Okay. So now, before I come back to you, let's take a look at all of the things, because of these allegations that have not been proven, by the way, everything that Jonathan Majors has been dropped from since he has been charged. Okay, and this is an article was dropped today. Jonathan Majors was on a stratospheric trajectory before being charged with assault and harassment in March of this year. The 33-year-old actor had weeks earlier co-presented an award at the 95th Oscars with his Creed 3 co-star Michael B. Jordan. He was receiving rave reviews for his turn as Marvel's major new villain Kang following his debut in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Then on the 25th of March, New York City police responded to an emergency call over a, quote, domestic dispute involving Majors and a 30-year-old woman. Notice how she's being protected. The actor was taken into custody and later charged with several counts of assault in the third degree, 3 counts of attempted assault in the third degree, 1 count of aggravated harassment in the second degree, and 1 count of harassment in the second degree. Majors' attorney has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing by the actor and maintained the charges against him are false. Jonathan Majors is innocent and has not abused anyone, blah, 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 the same thing. Despite the denials, a number of collaborators have cut ties with the actor since his arrest. The Army. Majors was the face and narrator of 2 major U.S. Army recruitment ads, which launched at the NCAA's March Madness College Basketball Tournament. In a statement shared on the 26th of March, the Enterprise Marketing Office said that the Army was aware of Majors' arrest and was deeply concerned by the allegations. It added that while Majors is innocent until proven guilty, prudence dictates that we will pull our ads until the investigation into these allegations is complete. Major General Alex Fink, head of Army Marketing, later told press that they had worked quickly to repurpose the ads using footage that was filmed without Majors' narration. His management. According to a report from Variety, Majors' talent management Entertainment 360 have taken him off their books. Previously, it was reported that the Lovecraft Country star had also parted ways from his former public relations manager, The Lead Company. Or is it the lead company, whichever. Variety states that a source with knowledge of the PR company confirmed that the actor was removed as a client last month. Brands. Deadline reported that the Italian fashion house Valentino and Majors have mutually agreed that he will not be attending this year's Met Gala as one of its guests. The Independent has contacted Valentino for comment. Major League Baseball team Texas Rangers has also cut Majors from their ad campaign, which was due to be released on the 21st of April. Film and TV. Majors was set to star and executive produce an upcoming adaptation of Walter Mosley's novel The Man in My Basement, a role he has been since cut from. Willem Dafoe is also attached to the movie while Majors' role as the lead is being recast. Majors was also circling an Otis Redding biopic. He would be perfect as Otis Redding, by the way, entitled Otis and Zelma. However, Deadline reports he's no longer under consideration for the film. He was due to reprise his Quantumania role as multiverse traveler Kang in future Marvel projects, including The Avengers, The Kang Dynasty in the summer of 2025, and the forthcoming second season of Loki with Tom Hiddleston. As yet, no decision has been made on his career in the MCU. Majors' other past credits include HBO drama Lovecraft Country and 2021 Western The Harder They Fall. So I am going to come back to you. All right. Thank you, Mr. X. Thank you so much, sweetheart. That was all the stuff that he was dropped from. A whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of digging in his pocket. He's immediately dropped without any conviction. This is just allegations. It's just allegations. No proof, no conviction, no trial. And in point of fact, there is apparently video evidence that would actually prove his innocence. Okay? Whole career in the trash, going down the tubes for messing with a hyena. I don't care nothing about her being white. See, the point I want to drive home is the hyena, no matter what color she is, no matter where she come from in the world, no matter what hole she crawled from or which boneyard she come from or which language they speak in that boneyard. They can speak English in that boneyard. They can speak Spanish in that boneyard. They can speak Italian in the boneyard. They can speak Cantonese in the boneyard. They can speak Tagalog in the boneyard. I don't care what they speak. Portuguese in the bone. I don't care what they speak in the boneyard. If it's a boneyard, then it's a boneyard. And black men would do best. Stay away from all of the hyenas that come out the boneyard. I don't care that she groomed her fur and kind of tried to clean her back feet before she came over there. I do not care how she present herself. We bite all the hyenas. Every hyena carries a substantial level of threat. It doesn't do any good to understand the black female hyena and not translate them red flags across the board when you see them. Because a woman that is a substantial threat to you is a threat to you. If she's wasting time, she's wasting time. If she's there wasting toll, she's wasting toll. If she's presenting a bunch of trouble to you, then she's a bunch of trouble to you. If she's a high-level threat to you, then she's a high-level threat to you. Period. It don't change because her fur a different color. If she got back feet, she got back feet. The one that tried to Me Too Michael Irvin, back feet. Amber Heard, back feet, even though she was dealing with a white man. Same difference, though. This chick here that's dealing with Jonathan Majors, back feet. A certain YouTube content creator, back feet. Not to mention, so many white men have been in Hollywood with way more egregious allegations and convictions, having an illustrious career into their old age. Charlie Sheen and all of them ain't did nothing but do drugs and act a fool with women the whole time. Still celebrated. They have not lost their legacy, and they have not lost their reputation, and they have not lost anything. Robert Downey spent his whole career around. It was at one point when he was real young, he was making movies, then he fell off because he was a crackhead. And then spent his whole career around later on in life when he got older. Back on top, A-list actor. How many times have these white men been embroiled in scandal after scandal? With women, not with women. Thank you. The Kashinsky said, I'm so tired of the world doing brothers like this, especially when he just got his big break, all because they want to defend hyenas. Thank you, Barry. So Alex Baldwin was found not guilty for deleting someone accidentally, and he's going to continue his role in the movie where it happened. Exactly. Collins Crypto, thank you. So do you have any intention of doing a book tour? I don't know. Maybe. That's a good idea. Thank you all for your contributions. I really, really appreciate. Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, where there's smoke, there's fire, graping all around in these little college towns and stuff like that. All them women say he was graping them. He ain't not one time did the NFL or the Pittsburgh Steelers say they was letting go of Ben Roethlisberger because of that. Not because of that. Thank you, Marvin Letries. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. I got one recent for you. Ezra Miller still ain't been dropped. Don't know who Ezra Miller is? The Flash from the DCU. He got into all kind of trouble last year. Heinous stuff, kidnapping. They were saying he had some type of little mind control over some woman. All on drugs, running around fighting, just being weird. And do you know what the DCU said? You know, we'll think about it. We're going to see how he address it. You know, we're going to see. From what I saw of the trailer of one of them little movies coming up, he's still the Flash. With his little ugly, weird self. He's still Flash. Now he was weird, but I said, well, he doing a little role good or whatever, but no, he weird in real life. He ain't just a little quirky, he weird. A whole weirdo. He getting to keep his role. Ain't nobody booted him off of nothing. I ain't heard where he took no bunch of L's with his money and he being run out of Hollywood or being disgraced. I ain't heard about him being disgraced nowhere. Matter of fact, they swept a lot of that under the rug. They stopped kind of reporting about him. You stop kind of seeing it. Kevin Spacey, another weirdo. He run around touching little boys. You ain't really heard nothing about that. Sweep that under the rug. But Jonathan Majors, all it take is Becky and an accusation. Now, some people might say, well, it ain't just about her being a Becky because black women call the police on black men and stuff. And that may be true. That is true. I talk a lot about that. But we talking about Becky today. We talking about her today. Thank you, Ty Boxer said for Ezra Miller, he met victim when she was 12. Yeah, it's even more weird. Thank you, there. I said it's a hyenas or kamikaze when canceling disobedient black men. Exactly. A whole Becky. This is what I want folks to understand. Here's what I want people to understand. That black men in this country track record with Becky's has not been better than their track record with the modern black hyena. Their track record with Becky has not been better than his track record with the modern black woman. His track record with Becky has always been dangerous to him and life-threatening to him. At least with black women, there was a period where black women didn't really engage like they engaging now, just full-blown gynocentric hyenaism. We got that over the last several decades with black women, real heavy. It's out of control. But a black man's interaction with Becky has always been deadly to him. She has always Me Too'd him. And 9 out of the 10 times, it's been a lie. And 100% of those times, he has lost something, anything from his entire reputation and livelihood to his life. See, my love for my brothers is all the way around, 360. I don't want to see my brothers hurt from no angle. See, I concentrate on black women because that's my demographic. And black men are more prone to deal with black women by and large. It's many more black men are dealing with black women than they are dealing with white women or women that are non-black. So this is why I concentrate on black women so much. But let's not forget that the hyena, it does exist in other demographics. There are other boneyards. And the threat level is just as high over there as it is over here. There may be fewer boneyards, but the boneyard is there nevertheless. But what we're going to do is we are going to hit hey, Torian said, and not only a danger to him, but to those around him. I am currently doing a Black Massacre series on my channel, and most of the late 19th century, 20th century massacres came at the lie of a white woman on a black man, quote unquote, violating her. Thank you so much, Torian. Thank you so much, sweetheart. If y'all are not subscribed to Torian, Torian really does a lot of those different exposés and things of that nature, different series that are quite interesting on his channel. So you might want to go over there and check the brother out. Thank you, Be About Peace and Pleasure. So if I saw her in the masjid, I'll be raising an eyebrow. I'm sorry. The Village Brothers are Roman Polanski, Woody Allen, Harvey Weinstein. Exactly. Thank you, Hopeful Destiny said both genders need to do better for each other. So once again, I am going to go ahead and take a commercial break so we can hear a word from our sponsor. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
First, Gamer vs. Gamer does not consider itself a game truck. To clarify, a game truck is one that pulls up to your home, opens its doors, and tells the kids to go play video games. The entire focus of a game truck is on playing video games. That's not what we do at Gamer vs. Gamer. Our entire focus is actually on celebrating your child's birthday. Only 65% of what we do is video game related. The other 35% of our time is spent on a choreographed recognition of your child's special day.
Happy birthday. Wish we were there. Sorry we missed it, but we'll see you soon. Love you.
Which includes singing, eating, special videos, and the opening of gifts. We chose to use video games as a tool to entertain children at the party, not as a substitute for a birthday party. We only advertise as a game truck because that's what the general public associates us as.
Gamer versus gamer.
Gamer versus Gamer. We look forward to treating your child like the most important kid in the world on their birthday.
Hi, Gamer vs. Gamer. Thank you so much for my birthday party.
Thank you to our sponsor, Gamer versus Gamer, who are not just a gaming truck. They really are an elite service that helps parents put together elaborate, thoughtful, and wonderful birthday parties for their children. They are operating in the Atlanta metropolitan area. So if you are, or anyone that you know, live in the Atlanta metropolitan area and have children with birthdays coming up and you want to throw them a very wonderful, memorable birthday party that's more than just, the backyard and a couple of cupcakes and them running around, and you really want them to have an experience that they can remember into their adulthood, then what you want to do is look no further than Gamer versus Gamer. And you want to click the link at the top of the chat, gamerversusgamer.com, where you can go to their website, take a look at all of the wonderful things that they offer, give them a call, let them know exactly what kind of theme and things that you are looking for at your child's birthday party, and then let Gamer versus Gamer handle all of the rest. And all that you have to do is smile and enjoy the day with your child and have a contented child at the end of the day. So once again, if you are in the Atlanta metropolitan area, you or anyone that you know, go ahead and click the link, gamerversusgamer.com, at the top of the chat, and have them to help you write your child a love letter. So we're going to come back. Oh, before we do that, bam, 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 bam. We got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. We got to, because we got 310 people who have hit the like button. Let's see if we can get the next 400 people to hit it, please. Thank you once again, Norman. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you for supporting me on my show. Okay. I just wanna thank you for helping me on my show. All right.
Thank you so much, sweetheart, once again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want my brothers to understand. I'm going to reiterate something that brothers know. So I'm not going to say anything completely new. But I do want to reiterate. As a black man, no matter who they are, no matter where they go, no matter what they have, a black man is the same in the eyes of a white survivalist system. He's the same. It doesn't matter if he's poor. It doesn't matter if he's wealthy. It doesn't matter if he grew up in a two-parent home. Don't matter if he grew up in the streets of a hood. It doesn't matter if he's been in and out of jail. It doesn't matter if he's never seen the inside of a jail. It doesn't matter if he dropped out of high school. It doesn't matter if he obtained a master's in some field out of a university. It doesn't matter what he made of himself. It doesn't matter what he didn't make of himself. It doesn't matter how model of a citizen he is, how good of a man he is, how wonderful of a person he is, or how atrocious of a person he is, or how horrible of a person he is. It doesn't matter who he is. In this system, you are one big ninja. That's what they are. That is what my brothers are. Here in this system, that's how I see you. This is not a system of merit. Thank you, Mark Mason. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the contributions. I really appreciate them. And I'm saying that, I'm reiterating that because black men have very, very few allies. The stand-up black men who've gotten themselves together, who understand how the world works and who moves accordingly, have very few allies. Very few black women understand and truly support. And they also, very few other black men will support them. Because once a black man get on the side of righteousness, it's a lot of men that look like him that'll hate on him. And jump right into that feminine hyena, chaotic, horrible energy with him and try to sabotage him, try to stop him, try to put obstacles in his way. And things of that nature. I've seen it happen. I've seen black men get on the right path and none other than a hyena, whether that hyena be male or female, will try to stop him. Will try to sabotage him. This system sees black men as disposable. In the eyes of this system and anybody that has been colonized by this system, you are disposable as black men. This is why I say that there's boneyards in other places. Put a 1 in the chat if you really want to know what I mean by boneyards in other places, because I mean more than one thing. And I'm going to get into a deeper reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. The reason why I'm really saying there's more than one boneyard in other places is because other places have been colonized just like the United States. And because of that colonization, the gynocracy exists in other places. And because the gynocracy exists in other places, black men will always be seen as the easiest target any place that has been colonized by them people. Because all of their colonization worked the same way everywhere that they do it. And everywhere that they colonize, black men are seen as the disposable workhorse of that system. Okay? In every European colonized, westernized place where feminism will exist, because feminism will exist in a colonized place, that eventually it gets to that. And boneyards are then created and expanded. Men, and particularly black men, become the target of that. Because a European colonized system thrives because it puts black men in that place within its system. And that's how that system survives. America is not the only colonized place, and it is not the only place where the gynocracy truly exists. Be careful, because anywhere that there is European colonization, the black man is then seen as disposable. He is seen as a workhorse. He is also seen as subhuman. He is a human doing and or a utility only. He is not a person to be taken into account, to be counted with a full range of emotion, and his experience is not to be accounted for, and it is not to be taken into consideration who he is as a man, who he is as a person, and things of that nature. He is not a human being in any place that has been colonized by the European. And the key thing here that we're seeing is the last thing, the last point. The key is that in such a system, Black men are guilty, not until proven innocent. They are guilty and they are never innocent, even with proof. You understand? Did I miss your super chat? Let me scroll up and see, can I see anything? Okay, Phoenix Moon Gaming. Thank you so much. So the birth of a nation and the dehumanizing of brothers being savage beasts is why we are scapegoated. Exactly. Thank you, Quick 504. So Jonathan Major, the suspect. Dude took a lot of moist pics with Michael B. Jordan. I'm going to say it again. The last point is that in this type of system, Black men are guilty, never to be proven innocent, even with proof. Even with blatant proof, no matter how concrete that proof is, there will always be doubt on his innocence. There will always be a blight on his name. There will always be a besmirching of his character and his reputation. I don't care what proof was brought forth. I don't care how concrete it was. I don't care who do what, who say what, who show you what, or whatever. And once a Black man has been found or thought of as guilty, and 9 times out of 10, he is always thought of as guilty in one way or another, he is never innocent. I don't care if he's a little boy. I don't care if he's prepubescent. I don't care if he's a teenager. I don't care if he's grown. I was reading the comments in another article where that young Black boy Ralph, I forget his last name, was shot. And all he did was ring the wrong doorbell. And they're trying to find fault in how he rung the doorbell. Ralph Yarl, yes. Thank you, be about peace and pleasure. So I don't care about being seen as innocent in the eyes of the devil. Here's the thing. Thank you so much. Here's the thing. Nothing is going to change how the system see you. It's not meritorious. Black men cannot be valuable enough in the system for the system to see him as a man. This is and this is why I say feminism is the arm of white supremacy, because feminism overtook Black women, and Black women think like that. That is a white supremacist mindset as Black men are concerned with its viewpoint of Black men. That he could never actually be good enough to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? He's never valuable enough. There's never enough merit. There's never enough humanity that makes him human, that makes him man, and that makes him a good man, and that makes him an honorable man. That's never enough. That don't exist in this system. This is why I always make the correlation between white supremacy and feminism, and why I get on black women so much for taking on feminism like that, because it is a white supremacist subset that achieves the same goal as outright white supremacy. That's why feminism is so dangerous, because it doesn't look like white supremacy, yet it achieves its goal just the same, actually more effectively. So the only thing that black men can do in a system that's gonna see him the way they see him is to move differently in the system. If you move according to the 10 life values, you won't be destroyed by the system, regardless of how it sees you. Because living like this doesn't stop the white supremacist system from seeing black men a certain way. Living like this stops him from being crushed by it. Because the alternative is to try to maneuver in the system the way that it is and try to get validation by the system, and you can't do it. That's living in the lost value system. He'll always be crushed by it. Living in the lost value system will always crush a black man in this system, because there's no rank, there's no nothing. Nothing protects him from the other shoe dropping. The other shoe always drops. And that's really the difference. When he lived like this, when he got his spiritual value in order, his health value in order, his family value in order, his appearance value in order, his dwelling value in order, his mobility in order, his education in order, his profession in order, his leisure in order, his wealth in order, it keeps him from being destroyed by a system designed to destroy him, because that system doesn't know how to combat this system. Because under this, what he ends up having is control over his own biology personally, his personal culture, and his personal environment. His personal environment. In other words, he becomes a fully realized man on his own without the validation of the system. Don't need the validation of the system. Don't need system paperwork to prove he's a man. That's the most dangerous black man walking the planet. One that does not need the colonizer's stamp of approval to do what he's doing. That's why they don't like the Kenyan president right now, because he's not begging and muling and asking them about what kind of policies he can put in his country against the Rainbow Coalition. He's not trying to, oh, well, y'all don't like us. He don't care. He said what he said. Our values are our values, and we're not changing them for that, because if we change that, our whole entire system goes, and then we become like y'all. We don't want to become like y'all. See, we the ones taught them bio-cultiron. You understand what I'm saying? It's a very important lesson. I might do a video on him. Thank you once again, Norrin. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Thank you for supporting me on my show. Okay. I just wanna thank you for helping me on my show. All right.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. And it's a couple of these African countries that have decided that they're not going to give in to that foolishness. See, when the United States say they're spreading democracy, they mean they're colonizing people using bio-cultiron events of various degree and of different perspective. Sometimes it's violent, sometimes it's subtle. But a biocultural event it shall be. We taught them what a biocultural was. They picked it up from us, from our understanding of it. We used to understand what a value system was, what biology, culture, and environment was, how those things intersected and interacted, and why it's so important not to give up your values. That's why they sent Kamala's stupid self over there to try to talk to him. Don't nobody care nothing about her long face sitting up there looking like War Admiral. Sitting up there looking like Seabiscuit, trying to talk to that man. Try to put some pressure. You ain't got no pressure to apply to nobody. That's why they be getting mad when they can't control you with resources and this and that, when you ain't beholden to them for nothing. I don't need you. Need you for what? Like a fish need a raincoat. I don't need you. You don't run nothing over here, long face. Running around here looking like a seahorse about the face. And nobody got an answer to you. Well, don't you think that, do you think that they're disgusting? He's like, yeah, they're disgusting. I mean, ain't nobody going to be bowing to that little political correct, gender politics and all that. Ain't nobody finna do that. You got folks in the United States shook with that. You ain't got everybody shook with that. That's why don't nobody like Kamala. She a smart stupid. She smart dumb. All that schooling and a get up there and put her foot in her mouth so fast. And then do that little weird giggle because she goofy. She a whole goofball. He sleep and she goofy. And these are the two, freaking frack running the dang on country. Is we serious right now? You just knock their head together like two coconuts. Thank you, original man. So Obama tried that years ago in his father's native Kenya. They told him to kick rocks. Yeah, with open-toe shoes on. Anybody got time for that? Yeah, she's smart dumb. Thank you, Jeffrey Woodland. And then they want to try to indict Trump. They just don't want him to run no more. Because you going to win. They just didn't want Trump to run no more. He was going to mess around and win. Because with these two knuckleheads, you just knock them together. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Trump wasn't going to do nothing but win because he would have had to running against them. Who can't win running against them? Wile E. Coyote can win with an Acme box running against them. And none of his plans come to fruition. At least Trump told you what he was doing. You know why they really don't like Trump? They really didn't like Trump because Trump is against that rainbow stuff. Trump is against that. Now, whatever else he do, you can not agree with his viewpoints and stuff like that. That's fine. But he against that rainbow stuff. He don't like that. He don't like that rainbow stuff. And he don't like all them identity politics and gender politics. He don't like all that. He don't want to do that. And they said, well, he don't know how to be a diplomat and stuff like that. You know, he don't know how to deal with the foreign policies and stuff like that. But from what I could see, them other foreign presidents liked him. Oh, they said, oh, we can talk to him. The other ones were stupid. And we can make a deal with him. Now, what that deal entails, we don't want to talk about that. But that is what they think. Even Putin was like, okay, well, I might be able to talk to him. Because he can't stand Biden. Thank you again, Jeffrey Williams, saying little extra credit. Thank you so much. Thank you, Seeker of Truth. So they need to give Kamala and Biden the Mo Three Stooges double slap. Just go cross them like that. I mean, because he didn't have no track record as a politician, which actually made it better. Because he didn't think like a politician, because that wasn't his career path. So he didn't think like a politician. That was actually what was better, because he didn't think like a politician. Because you ain't got but a few choices. I'm scared to see who run next. Good Lord. I'm just scared to see the tickets. Who on the ticket, y'all? Because we got Tweedledee and Tweedledum on the ticket. Who is on the other tickets? Ron DeSantis. I'm going to say this about Trump. Trump is funny. Trump is funny. Listen, Trump who he is. Y'all can say, oh, you know what I'm saying? He don't like black people. He racist. Don't none of them like black people, including Obama. Name me the president that liked black people so much. Not one of them dismantled white supremacy. Which one of them got in there and dismantled the system of white supremacy? Which one of them did that? Is Biden doing it? Do you want to talk about what Trump is or isn't? He didn't dismantle it, but neither did nobody else. Obama didn't get in there and dismantle it. Why are we talking? Not one of them dismantled the system of white supremacy or even tried or even made any stride to do so. So let's clear the air on that. This country has not stopped its trajectory no matter who was sitting in that seat. I know this much. Whatever you want to say about what Trump did or didn't do, he didn't write that 94 crime bill. I can tell you that. He ain't ever been nowhere signing no bills into law that completely and utterly devastated the black community, but Joe Biden did, and you voted him in. I don't know how we got on politics, but we here now. He may have called the Central Park Five super predators, but he didn't write no bill into law that criminalized black people being black, that criminalized the crack epidemic. They ain't put no bill in the law that criminalized that opioid epidemic, though. That ain't criminalized. That's a health crisis. When black people was on dope in the hood with crack, that was a crime. That you need to be hard on crime. Both the user and the dealer was as guilty as the other. No help getting them off. No help trying to, help get their life straight or nothing like that. Just throw them all in the gutter. Throw them all in the meat grinder. Criminalize the whole situation. And where did the drugs come from? Did black people go outside of the country and get crack and bring it in? I don't think so. Everybody liked Bill Clinton, but it was under his administration that the 94 crime bill was passed. But Clinton was cool, wasn't he? Played the saxophone, didn't he? Everybody liked him. Every policy that Obama wrote was not beneficial to black people, but he was cool. And he got by on the historic nature of his presidency and his charisma, but not his policies. So let's not get nothing twisted. All of them, including Trump, have maintained the system of white supremacy in this country. The only thing I was pointing out is that Trump wasn't no worse than the one you got. No worse. The media tried to make it be worse, but he wasn't no worse. He may not have been no better, but he wasn't no worse. Still ain't released black men from arresting them with weed, although in many states across the United States, weed is legal. And in them same states where weed is legal, there are black men that are still locked up for having a little bit of weed 10 years ago. Nobody pardons them. Nobody pardons them and say, man, get that man out of here. He just had a little weed charge. We out here openly celebrating 420 and with black men sitting in jail because 10 years ago they had a couple of ounces of weed on them. Thank you, Frederick. Say our first ethnic president signed unnatural marriages. A shame. Whole dispensaries in different places in the states where marijuana is legal. They selling it like candy in a corner store. And black men in them same states is still locked up for weed that they had before it was legalized in that state. And nobody, not the governor of them states or nothing like that, have looked on the books and say, everybody who had a weed charge prior to the whatever date it became legal in this state, I want their sentences removed, and I want them taken out of prison. We are freeing them. We're pardoning them. Especially if their crimes was not violent and stuff like that. It was just possession charges and stuff like that. Get them out of there. Nobody did that. So while we want to be mad at one politician because he did this or didn't do that, let's take a look at the entire system. Anyway, I don't know how I got on that little rant, but I'm going to come off of it. But thank you all for all of your contributions. I really, really appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate y'all for helping me to get close to that 100,000 subscribers. I thank you all for your super chats. Let me see if anybody had any cash apps, because I like to acknowledge those as well. Azariah, thank you so much for your contribution as well. Thank you. I want to bring to everybody's attention, you can go to crimsoncure.com and get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine. Next week, I'm going on a little bit of a vacation. So I'm sending out books for as long as I have the supply to send them out. Once I'm going on vacation, if you want to still order them, just know that the shipping is going to be a little bit long. I may take the store offline. I'm not sure because I'm leaving here for a bit and I'm not going to be able to take my inventory with me to ship where I go. But you still would be able to get it on Amazon. Not the physical copy, it'd be the digital copy. But definitely go and get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine while I'm still here. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.